Sometimes it's hard to find a reason why when everything is falling and all that's left to do is try your best to keep holding on to the next sunrise. But you're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone when everything feels dark around. Just look inside where light is found. Sometimes a mountain means it's time to climb higher than you've been before. So hold on tight and close your eyes. You'll make it faster than you know, closer to the sunrise. 'Cause you're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone when everything feels dark around. Just look inside where light is found. Where the light is found. Where the light is found. Where the light is found. Just look inside where light is found. You're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone when everything feels dark around. Just look inside where light is found. You're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone when everything feels dark around. Just look inside where light is found.
Sophie, stop it. Okay, let me take these off. Oh my goodness. I hope this mic is working. I'm all by myself, and it is something else to have a little puppy with you who wants to yelp. Good evening, everyone. I was hoping Sophie would be okay in the crate next to me, but she's been whining and saying, "No, Mom, no." What do you think, Janice? We put the polka dot bows in her hair today. You want to say hello to everybody? She's going to look very different on our next show, too, because she's getting a little bit of a haircut. Her hair is going to get a little cut. So, welcome, everyone. Today's show is going to be not so polished and together. Hi, Lynette. Welcome. But I hope you enjoy it. We're here. We all are making it, and I've got some good ideas for today. I had a lot of awesome things I wanted to share, but they can always wait till next week. I'm always making notes of things that I want to talk about. I feel like I've already forgotten something. Do you know what I forgot last week? Is she not so cute? Oh, there we go. There's the yawn. There we go. I forgot to go over the card that we pull every week that names the show. Our show is called Enter the Conversation, and that was what it was last week. So I just decided to put a part 2 to the title, and so that's what it is. We're gonna name this show the same as we named it last week because we didn't really get into the card very much. I hope I've got everything set up here. I am taking a little drink of this. Oh, that's better. She is cute. Hi, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. So I got a question for you, and don't be shy with your opinion, okay? I had a lady tell me that she didn't care for the countdown at the beginning of the show. So I want to know what you all think. I don't have to have that countdown at the beginning. if you find like it's just too long. She said it was too long to wait and that she would just tune out. And I want to know how you feel about that. Is that just too much? I kind of remember what it was like for me getting ready to go listen to a podcast, because I mean it takes you're literally going to be sitting down doing something for most of you so you can watch the screen, and that requires you setting aside time, right? So I would always be getting ready and getting my tea or my water, whatever I was doing, get my notes, get my papers, if I was going to be listening to something that I knew I would be learning about. And I always just thought that was a good little cue that things are getting serious. You can see the countdown happening. Like go to the bathroom, do that last minute thing. So I just wanted to hear from you guys, because my way may not be the right way, and I'm definitely open to change. She loves my hair. You can't have my hair. No, you cannot. No, Sophie. All right. So I'm wondering what we should. Okay, so David isn't with me. He's at work. He's working night shift, so I'm on my own here to do the show. I did hook up the extra camera. So I'm thinking it's going to work when we go to our card that explains why we picked the title to the show, Enter the Conversation, this week. So it's been beautiful, the weather. I don't know what the weather's been like for you guys from where you're listening at. I'd love to know where you are listening from. That would be fun. Feel free to put that in the comments. I actually have a cute little banner that says, if you're listening live, tell us where you're listening from. That gets us all like involved and having fun. Hi, David, you made it. I am struggling. Sophie would much rather play than do this. She's chewing on cords. She's already chewed on the headphone cords, the microphone cord. Show comments. Oh gosh, I clicked the buttons and then I didn't finish it up. I knew I'm a little frazzled. Brings me into the moment, preparing for the evening. There you go. Hey, Jenny girl, traveling. She's gonna be like the lady to talk to about geography and all the places to go and all the things to do. I just love that you joined us tonight. Welcome. As you can see, we're struggling with a new little girl, Sophie. She may have to go in her kennel because she's already chewed through her chew stick that I had specifically. I had it stashed here in my back pocket thinking I was going to give it to her to keep her busy, but as you can see, she's a busy girl. Hopefully she settles down. If Janice were here, the breeder, and she listens to the show, she would be probably giving me some really good advice right now on how to settle her down. Janice is a miracle worker when it comes to puppies and knowing what they're thinking. So yeah, we have had like melting weather here. Like it's dripping, the sidewalks are wet, you're hearing that slish. I would love to stay and listen, she says, but unfortunately I do not feel good. Oh, well, you know what? It's so wonderful that you tuned in, Lynette, to say hi. I love you. And we'll see you the next time it works out, right? And guess what? With YouTube, you can go back and listen whenever you want. So you can catch it later too. Is she not busy? Can you see what I'm struggling with? It's very distracting. Sophie is a little teething girl. And she's like, give me something to chew on. And I'm missing her cute little toy. I was looking all over for it. Sophie, you got to settle down, girl. Oh, and I have to settle down here so I can concentrate. Yeah, so I don't know what the forecast is going to be, but I feel like I heard other people saying, and I'm just going to be the optimist here and say it's going to continue to be lovely weather. It looks like that. I'm headed over to Grand Prairie tomorrow, which is only like an hour's drive for us. We're like a border town onto another province. So we have the wonderful benefits of being able to go from province to province. So of course the Dawson Creek is in British Columbia, but like in just a little bit over an hour, I can be in Alberta, and they have different taxation, and so sometimes it's just better to go to Alberta. And happens to be that my husband and I grew up in Alberta, so we're very familiar and feel very cozy there as well. So I'm headed to Grand Prairie tomorrow to get my tattoo finished. I'm super excited. I will definitely show off when it's all done and healed. I had a question. What is your more for you? That's a really interesting question, Jenny. What do you mean by that? What is your more for you? What is my more for me? What is my more for me? You've really got me stumped. Like, meaning like, what is it that I want more? I really been thinking a lot about that. I feel like my more would be I want to be learning. I need to have my brain challenged and learning spiritual thoughts, ideas. My more. I was thinking about today. I have a great desire for a deeper spiritual relationship. I feel like it's quite deep, well rooted, but I have a lot of distractions. And so my more, I would like to meet other people and go listen to lectures and but I also equally want alone, like deep alone time for myself so that I can meditate and I can put into practice more of a deeper relationship. I mean, this is our life here that we're talking about. We came here for a very important reason. And I feel like even though I've achieved several things and I'm really proud of where I am so far, I do feel like there's a whole other part that I haven't even walked into. Just for me. Jenny! Just for you. What is my more for me? I just don't understand what the more is. And maybe that's my own blind. What is the more for me? Just for me. Do you know what this is doing? And I'm sorry for all the quietness on air here, guys, but she's bringing up a little bit of a tender spot for me, which is that I'm always doing of service for others and be your more. Be your more. Well, my more is definitely, I love hypnotherapy. I love it. It makes me thrive. I love and feel honored when I get to see someone leave after a session and you can just see it. They have that spark of life back in their eyes. They're full of wonder. They're full of potential. They don't even know half of what they're going to be doing, but they know life is going to be different and it's going to be better for them. And the greatest payoff is when I run into them. It could be 2-3 years later, but I run into them and oftentimes I don't even remember them, which is terrible to say, but to hear them say how it changed their lives and all of the changes that happen. Yeah. Well, that's why I'm selling the store, Jenny. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. So, I mean, I've been doing it on the side, but that is where I'm going. That's what I'm headed to. And I really am excited for it. I actually have visions of speaking to people on a larger scale. I've been shown that, and that I'm supposed to be doing that. So I'm going to go even with fear because it's just who I am and what I was here for. That's what I feel like. So anyway, guys, you got to just see Jenny push me into an uncomfortable place. But that is actually what I'm aiming for. I'm going to be starting small, but I really want to, on a bigger level, I would like to travel, and I would like to do hypnotherapy sessions and just help people. So I hope to do that. Oh, you can't do that, Sophie. Look at this. She's just such a busy girl. She took one bow out of her hair already. Sophie, you are such a distraction for the show right now. Okay. You guys have to bear with me. I'm going to put her in her kennel. Now that I've met you, you don't do a side business. Jesus, you're so right, Jenny. And that's the thing with me. I'm all in. Yeah. And you're so right. Like, they already showed me the song that'll play when I walk on stage to do my talks. I feel it. I see myself there. I see myself just reaching people. I really feel like they're going to be touched, and you love the countdown. Thank you, B. This girl is busy. Okay, so, but you know what? Like I said, you don't have to like the countdown. Just let me know if it's something that's annoying or you like it. All right. I think we better, she is just, come on, settle down, please, my darling. All right, let's go. Here, we're going to share the camera so we can look at this cool card. Add to stage, and I find this view is oh, you can see my little rubber duckies from Blake. Here we go. The thing is, you should be able to see the cards for... Stop fucking around, my friend. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right, I am hiding. This shows a little baby step in that direction, but I get it. I feel it. So, actually, we met with the realtor last night, guys, for the store. And my year end is on the 31st. And I'm going to be, hopefully there's a sign in the window within a week, the first week of February. I do realize I gotta get going. So there should be a sign in the window within a week, the first week of February, and I believe and trust that there's going to be a quick and easy transition so that I can transition into a different role, in a different place. I need to pursue this more. Okay, so our card, I just want to see these comments get in the way. As I said to David, I need someone who's really tech savvy so I can just talk and not have to worry about all these other extra little things. But just for a little bit, Janice says, take a deep breath and she will calm down. All right. It's time to calm down now, Sophie. You good? All right, good girl. I'm going to do this, but I'm just going to take the comments off for just a little bit so you can see the card here. All right. So there is the card, and that's how we determine what we're going to call the show. Enter the conversation, which I absolutely love. I'm going to grab my little book here. Enter the conversation, and it looked like this was card number 1. Yes, it is. I can look in the book, and I can look at the picture as you look at the picture as well. And there's always so much little hidden messages in here. Speaking, I'm looking at the moon, of course, right away, because I'm attracted to the moon and the sun. Those are some of my special signs here. I see owl and bird, and look at, there's an eye in the tree. Sophie, I want you to be just calm, okay? Oh. Okay. And there's a hair at the bottom. Sophie, settle down. I like this tree. Enter the conversation. You know what I get from this when I see all the different living beings? The message I get from this is there is so much to learn from all different beings, like all different creatures. And there's lessons with the antelope, there's lessons with the hare, there's lessons with the owl and the birds, the cycles, the moon is there, the sun is there. And I really love how the message and the paper is like intertwined in the branches. It's like the tree of knowledge, right? There's the all-knowing eye in the tree. There's a lot going on here, and the flowers in bloom. And I like that there's 3 flowers on each side of the tree. 3 is very symbolic. Actually, 3. You're watching from DC. Good job, B. Way to represent Dawson Creek. Yeah, I've had a lot of customers today. Today was like number 3, 333, 3338. Yeah, even my birthday was in the receipts today. 1173. I just was like, I don't know if that's ever happened. Because at the end of the day, I input all of the amounts, and it was 1173. And I felt like it meant something, but I couldn't tell you what. And it just was like really interesting to me. So before we proceed, I'm going to put ANGI SULLINS, make sure my fingers are in the, yes, there, right spot. I'm just going to copy and paste her address into StreamYard here. Mashotra. Hi, the algorithm brought me to you, perhaps because of my semi-famous street hypnosis channel days. Oh, well, that's super cool. Well, welcome. Yeah, that's not my painting, but I absolutely love it for sure. It's got that European flair to it. Command P. Oops, that's not what we want. We don't want to print the screen. There we go. So we are putting into the comments, and welcome to anyone that's joining us. We base our shows every week on a tarot or oracle card. And right now we've been working through this beautiful deck called Dream Song. You can see it in the background. Maybe what I'll do is I'll lift that out of the way. This is written by ANGI SULLINS, and the artwork is by Marta Olaska. It's a beautiful artwork. We've really enjoyed it. We're nearly at the end of this deck, and Angie said we were fine to use her deck as long as we showed the listeners how to find her. So I've included in the comment section here a link to her website, and as usual in the YouTube description after the show, I take time to put all the links that you would, for anything that you're interested in that is being discussed on the show. You'll see a link there and you can go and explore it. So I think we're just going to go ahead and read a little bit about this card, because they always seem to relate to the topic of the show. Enter the conversation. The universe is in an ongoing conversation between source and matter. You are a part of that conversation, being an extension of source and an embodiment of matter. The symbols that show up in your life on a daily basis are no coincidence. Isn't that funny? Just like how I said, the 3s have been coming through. My birthday in the very interesting. They communicate with you without fail, but require your attention in order to reveal their meaning and messages. Now is the time to pay attention. It's not your imagination. The lyrics on the radio really are communing with you. Oh my goodness. I want to share with you something.
songs are really, that is, I think, a really like a common way that people on the other side can communicate with you. Your guides can communicate with you. Your angels communicate with you. Songs are super important for me. I always get messages with songs. Like prior to a card reading, or even like a hypnotherapy session, I always tell people when you book a session, that link is created. That link in the ethers is created. My celestial team, my guides, and I gotta tell you something. Sylvia Brown, very early on in my journey, showed up as one of my guides. I was just thinking of her today and saying, you know what, Sylvia, I'm going to bring you up more and give you honor. So, yeah, one day I'll have to tell you the story about that. But I get songs, and it gives me a temperature, an idea, a feeling of that person, maybe a situation that's going on. Just yesterday, I was thinking very fondly of a close friend of mine who's been a huge supporter and just has such a lovely heart. And I started singing this song from the Golden Girls. Now I'm stuck on Toy Story. You're a friend. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a friend. And Christopher, sorry. There you go. Sorry, Christopher. I let you out. You're in public now. I've just given your name out, but I felt led to give him that song, and the lyrics were really cool too. There's even like a celestial verse in there. It was so crazy. I love it when I get messages through song, because then I'll go and look at the lyrics, and they're always so fitting and surprising because there's messages in it. And it was literally saying, when our time is up here and we're ascending, he says that we're ascending, I will say thank you. Oh, I'm just swirling. Thank you for being a friend. And my heart just felt so full and deep when I read that, because I do see each and every person that crosses my path, like you, Christopher, Jenny, everyone. We all had a prior agreement that our souls would cross paths. And not just the people that we have wonderful, fun experiences with, but even those that are not so fun. Nothing is a coincidence. And so I really look at this journey. I call it the game of life. These are all the players that said they were going to play on the board with me. Thank you, B. I'm excited for my next chapter too. I really am. It's so crazy. I'm packing and putting things away, and I don't even know what I'm packing and putting things away for exactly, but I know I need it. So let's continue reading this here. The lyrics on the radio really are communing with you, as is the wild animal that crosses your path, the unexpected visitor, the overhead conversation, overheard conversation in elevator. Yes, I want to touch on that too. You are always in the right place at the right time. If you are privy to a conversation, even though you're not part of that conversation, but you're hearing it because you can't help yourself. You're the next person in line, or you're sitting right next to them at a booth. Whatever it is, I really want to encourage you to be aware of your surroundings, aware of the conversations that are happening around you, aware of the song as you're waiting in queue. These are all ways that spirit, your guides, your loved ones will communicate with you. They will try to talk to you through song. They will I just love the idea that souls gather and find each other. And so if there's a particular message that you're meant to hear, it can come through in a conversation that you're eavesdropping on just because you can't help yourself. You just happen to be near them. And so you're going to be privy to that conversation, but you're meant to hear it. It may get you going. It may get you thinking about something that you hadn't thought about. It may give you some insight into something that you needed in order to make that next step, that next decision. Nothing is a coincidence. That is really what I want to impart on you. Life, your day-to-day grind is full of messages, full. And the more that you acknowledge them, the more they become easy to spot and the more you see them. I had a client for a card reading last night. Was it last night? Yes. Oh my gosh, this week has been a blur. But I was sitting there getting, like, just during the day. It was a couple hours before I would see her. And I saw a shadow walk across the sidewalk in front of the store. And I thought, oh, and I just happened to be looking up. I have a beautiful view from my front counter. So I just saw a shadow, and I thought, in my mind, I'm just going to follow and see who it is that is coming along with that shadow. Well, nobody came along with that shadow. And I thought that's strange. I know I saw a shadow walk by. So I go back to my task, and again, out of the corner of my eye on the sidewalk, I see a shadow walk by. And I thought, okay, well, I'm really going to intentionally watch this shadow walk by because I just want to see the person. I don't know why I was so fixated on the shadow and seeing who's attached to the shadow. Again, there was nobody attached to the shadow. So then now I'm very aware. I'm thinking, that's two shadows. I've not seen anyone attached to the shadows. So next thing I know, the shadow's in the store. The shadow walks in the store out of the corner of my eye. So then I put everything down and I thought, why am I seeing this? Why am I seeing a shadow like a presence? And then, just like that, well, you have a client today, Claudette. You're going to be giving a reading this evening. And it was perfect. I understood immediately what that message was for. It was to say to the client, hey, it's somebody's birthday, it's somebody's death anniversary, but someone near you that's passed over is just acknowledging that they are nearby, they love you, and, it's their special day. So for whoever it is, they just are letting you know that they're always nearby. And sure enough, in the reading, this lovely lady said, oh, well, it's so-and-so's birthday tomorrow. Those are the kinds of things, once you start listening and just letting it all hang out and you just accept the messages, they can come, and they come more and more clear to you. Like, you'll just start to trust the little subtle, I wonder if it's that. And the more that you just go with it and you say, okay, I'm just going to go with it. I'm going to see if that is what it is. You start to learn, because everybody has unique signals. Everybody has unique messages, and you're going to interpret seeing that differently than how I would. I have a friend that we text in the day, and sometimes the message just comes when you're thinking of that person. That is so true. And they'd say that too. Like, you can, if someone pops into your mind, either you need to send them a message, or you're going to hear from them very shortly, right? I really truly believe you're connecting. Energy is so real, people. Energy is so real. And when you think of someone or they cross your mind, it's because they're thinking of you, or you're supposed to reach out to them. So Sophie's up here like this, and I'm already thinking ahead. How am I going to read cards with her like this? I think I'm going to see if I can put her in her kennel. So let's just, for a second, I'm going to I'm just sorry, guys. I didn't want to do this, but I feel like I need to put her in here. Otherwise, she's gonna be all over the place. I'm gonna be right back. All right, Sophie. I need to put you in here. Oh, come on. Oh, you're being such a good girl now. You calm down, but I'm gonna need my hands. There you go, sweetheart. You're being so good. Yeah, Mommy's just gonna do this, and I'm gonna be just over at the table. You're being so good, sweetheart. Okay. All right, there we go. I'm just gonna let her see me, because Janice says if she can see me, that's half of the challenge. So there we go. She seems pretty settled now. It's new. There you go, Sophie. All right, I apologize for that, you guys. I'm back. Okay. And she looks like she's going to be okay. She's just resting down there. All right, so let's finish the card. The information on the card. It says, as is the wild animal that crosses your path, the unexpected visitor, the overheard conversation in an elevator, even the way the air smells after a summer rainfall, reminding you of a long time ago. The entirety of the universe conspires to delight you in conversation and engagement. You'll find your answers there. Slow down. Pay attention. Look. Listen. Enter the conversation. Isn't that a beautiful invitation? That's an invitation, you guys. I'm just going to show the comments again so everyone can feel like they're participating and can see each other's comments. But I really love how that ends. You are being invited every day. You can join into the conversation of spirit and all of the subtleties, all of the coincidences that we call, what a coincidence. Those are all your invitation to join into the conversation, which is your conversation with spirit and your team. It is so inspiring. If ever you feel like you're finding yourself doubting or questioning your existence, why, what's my purpose, I would love to encourage you to listen to near-death experiences. They're not a fearful thing to listen to. I really want you to know that. There's many wonderful channels on YouTube. I tend to listen to a lot of that. Today I listened to, I think, 3 different stories. Some I've heard before, but I find they are so encouraging, and I find them so, I know the information before they're even explaining it, because you just know it. It's in your intuition. And for those that are like questioning, it really helps give you confidence in knowing that there's so much more to this life, so much more to this life than what we see in this 3D, like just right here in this physical world. I want to tell you something cool too. Like, it makes me think of, so the other night, David just spontaneously says to me, because we were just playing with Sophie and Roxy, our other dog, and he said to me, you know, the other day, I could have swore I saw a little dog run around the corner. And he pointed to the very corner that I've seen a dog out of the corner of my eye twice go and like start running over, to the point where I said, Roxy, where are you going? And it turned out Roxy was like just laying right here beside me. So the world is there, ready to be seen. We just need to be open and not fearful. Okay, enough of that, because that's not even what the show's about, but that's what happens here. We just get going and we talk about stuff, right? So I'm going to place this down here. This doesn't belong here anymore because I did say, what time are we at? 8:13. Oh my God, everybody's. So we wanted to do card readings tonight, and I was going to show you how to smudge. Okay, if I do the smudging, it's going to eat into everyone's card reading time. Goodness, I'm a little bit torn right now. I'll just show you really quick. So this is what I have a little trivet. You can, and this is just to keep the surface from getting too hot. But this is my little container. I literally, sorry about my nails. I meant to paint them for the show, and they sure don't look very pretty right now. But I have some sand in there, if you can see it. You can see some remnants from past smudging. So I thought we could use the area where I show you the card of the day, and we will put the smudge here, the little container of smudge. So here's my trivet. Oh, look at that. It fits right in the bowl. It's going to be wonderful. Here is my smudge burner. Okay. And I'm going to remove the comments just for a little bit, guys, just so you can see what's going on. So smudging. When do I smudge? Whenever you feel like you should smudge. Honestly, if you're noticing things are going not in the right way, you're just like, God, like, can anything go wrong? Everything is going wrong for me today. That's a time when you probably want to smudge. You maybe pick something up during your walk. Maybe someone looked at you and judged you and attached some energy to you, and you're not even aware of it. We pick up energy all over. It's that muck all day long. Some good, some not so good. I had a lady come into the shop, and she talked about this brand new vehicle she got. And she had been in 4 different accidents with this brand new truck. She's barely had it. And she said, I have anxiety to drive my truck. I've never had an accident before, but this truck, I've had 4. And so she started explaining things to me. And of course, intuitively, I started to get some stuff. But I feel like she picked up on some jealousy. There was some jealousy energy coming from somewhere. That truck picked it up. Things can pick things up. Like, everything is alive in my mind. I know for some that might be like a little crazy to think about, but I think, like, how many of us call our vehicles a name? Like, we bond with that vehicle. So anyway, she ended up getting a little smudge kit, some stones, and she went, and I just saw her today. She came back in just before closing and told me she could feel it. It was different. She said her vehicle ended up just being like full of heavy smoke. She was laughing, and her husband was kind of laughing when she got in, because she said as she was walking into the house, she's like, I was smudging my ass and around my legs and under my arms, like, get rid of it. And I had to giggle, and her husband's like, I am sure the neighbors are videoing you right now. But she noticed it, and she said she's really like feeling relieved. There was like a lightness that came and settled in, and when she got into her truck, it just felt clean. It felt light. So here we go. I'm going to get, okay. So a lot of times when people are smudging, they need like a combustible item. So I have this like sleeve, and I've showed this before. It's foil, like you can hear it. I'm peeling it back. They come shaped. There's like a little bowl. So that's going to be where you're going to put your items in. So I'm going to stick it over here in my container. And if you've got yourself a new house, or holy cow, I feel like the comedian here. I think my gauge is open really wide on that burner. Okay, so you can hear it. and you can see it. It's fizzing, it's popping. So I've got, where is it? Right here. I love this. This is Palo Santo. So I'm going to put some Palo Santo on here, some wood chips of it. You can put sage. You could put anything. I actually brought some things just to show you up here. Let me just slide my container over. I am a lavender girl. I love lavender. So I have a container here full of little lavender seeds, and I'm going to just take a pinch and put it in here. And this just brings such a soothing. Not only is palo very soothing, but lavender just takes it to another level. So, woo, can you see it? Look at that. It smells so good in here. I've got over here pine needle. I could put a pine needle. Do you see how like this whole stick is like this? Well, you don't have to burn the whole stick. Like you could just take a couple and put them on what, like on your surface there. So I'm just adding some pine needle. Love this. I love this so much. Let me see. I'm just going to add a couple more pine. And also, a lot of you will be familiar with sweetgrass. You'll have heard of it. It'll often come like in a long braid like this. So I thought I would bring the braid and show you. When you're done your smudge, this is a really good one. Cedar's a very good one. You want to repeat the area that you've put the smoke on and made your prayers. You'll want to go over that surface again or that space again, filling it with wonderful goodness. And people will say, well, what should I fill it with? Well, maybe you have an incense called relaxation or peace or love, joy. What is it that you want in your space? Sweetgrass is wonderful. And I always say, oh God, it smells so good. It's like baked bread. That's what it smells like to me. Like I've just walked into a home where there's baked bread. There's so many different things. This is diamond willow. Beautiful stuff. This is great for lungs too. I can break off a little piece. This is a treat because I treat this like gold. This stuff comes from Manitoba, and it is sourced by a medicine woman from the reserve. So she believes medicine is for everyone, which I think is absolutely beautiful. I'm just going to put a little bit on my smudge pot here. And oh my God, that's magic. I can already smell it. So nice. That is my most favorite. It's David's favorite too. If I light that up, he always says to me, oh, wow, what is that? And I'll have to say, honey, that's the diamond willow. And it changes everything. So you can just go and do all kinds of things, all kinds of ingredients. I'm just going to add the comments again here if anyone wants to make a comment. But I've got all kinds of different examples to show you. Like this is something, these are called smudge balls. They're bombs, I think. Are these the bombs? Yeah. These, you got to make sure when you light them that you're not going to have to climb stairs and that it's just like you're in the area, because this will literally like go into a very, very heavy smoke. They're really cool. If you are able to source these, this is such a good company. Oh my God. Such a good company. How do we say it here? Sorry, the glare, and I'm getting a little older. I'm having a hard time seeing that. Sagrada Madre. So just so you know, I'm going to put this in the YouTube notes for you, but I absolutely endorse this product. They have all kinds of, I'm shaking it and I can smell it. It is so good. I say this company here, what you smell is what you get. There's no disappointments there. They've got these really cool ones where these ones are, they call this active because you wouldn't need the disc on the bottom, the charcoal disc. You could just, these come already assembled with the charcoal disc underneath. So you would literally just like this and place it on a bed of sand. I gotta tell you, I'm so enjoying this right now. I'm probably not gonna leave this in the room for too long. I'm gonna quickly exit and just go place it in my room or something because I do sell those. I'm not sure what I have right now, Kim. Let me make a note and I can message you tomorrow. See if I have any, and if I don't, I can bring one in for you, okay? And I appreciate you asking. Hello. Hello, hello. So these are another type of smudge that again, same company. Oh, there you go, right on my keyboard. Same company. Do you see that? They're like these, they're shaped in a pyramid. These got chamomile. So calming. You drink chamomile tea, right? For calming. They've put this it's got like olibanum, so there's also, I believe that's frankincense and chamomile. So nice. Superb. Probably some of the best smudge I've ever come across. I've also, you can run across these types of smudge ingredients. They're resin. They look like little rocks and there'll be many different colors. Here we go. This is my frankincense. Always have to have frankincense. I call that my bringing the big boys in if I want to really get serious and tell my team, hey, I need this area cleaned out for myself. Thank you very much. So I know I'm like rambling, but I really know that we need to move on. So I'm going to move this smudge pot. And if you would like me to pull a card for you, start putting your names in the comments. I'm going to be right back. Give me a sec here. I just need to move this out just for Sophie. I don't think it's safe for her to be around this in this little room. Just going to move this out. It smells so good. All right, I'm coming back, guys. Oh man, I love smudging. Some people say there's nothing wrong with smudging like every day after work. Clean off the smudge from the day, right? Okay, so we're gonna remove this, bring it back to here. Oh, no, actually we're going to, okay, I'm gonna get my notepad. Kim, yes, please. So Kim wants a card. I'm going to guess Janice wants a card because she usually does. And I'm just going to move these over here and we'll start pulling cards for everyone. Get little Sophie bows out of the way. So just bear with me. I'm moving my laptop up here. Because I've been working on trying to get the store like listed and all of the paperwork that I need to do, I actually forgot that my laptop was at the store. So I literally at 6:30 dashed out of the house, drove back down to the store. Yes, I got you, Janice. And had to go grab my laptop. Then I get here and I'm setting everything up and I realize, oh my God, I don't have my mouse and on my key. Well, thank God it's a laptop, right? So I do have the little keyboard on my laptop and the little mouse pad. So that's what we're muddling through today. So I'm going to turn this camera this way so you can see the cards. And where are my tarot cards? Here we go. Okay, here we go. So if you would like a card pull, just say that you would in the comments, and I will be very happy to pull you a card. We've got time for a little bit. Got about a half hour to do some readings. So let's do that because you guys haven't had cards pulled in a little while. Let me move this pen out of the way, and I'm going to add, right, I was looking for my mouse. Add to stage. Wonderful. Okay. Oh, guess what? You get to see my mat. Remember I was telling you what I got for Christmas was this mat to make things a little more quiet when I'm reading cards and just doing the show. Yeah, you can see what I was trying to describe, like the filaments. It's almost like flames, but also like spirit. Like it's beautiful energy. Yeah, it's just beautiful. All right, here we go. This is for Kim. We're pulling for you, Kim. Right. I'm going to do two. We got an upside down. Okay, that's all right. Okay, so what they're saying is they see you coming out. You're not so, you're the way you've been living is a little more public now. You're not hiding as much. I don't know why I'm using the word hiding, but this is off. Okay. The Hermit card this way is just telling me that you've been getting out there. You're getting yourself involved more in things, which is great. I feel like they're saying, this is very interesting, that you're still not 100% out. Yes, you can devoke, you can have a card. So Kim, there's almost like you're holding back. I think that you have some things to bring to the world that you haven't really shared too much. And I don't want to get too personal, but I feel like I really want you to shine more. I want you to start sharing the things that you love. And I think you're ready for it, and that's why they're bringing this up now. Maybe you've been contemplating joining like a group that does something, all mutually the same activity. And I think it'll be very good for you. You have a talent, a gift, and your team wants you to show the world more, like share it more. It's going to be really good for you. It's going to help with your just feeling more confident in yourself, more love for yourself, because you're going to see how people receive your talent. So I get like a feeling of love, like some sort of a craft. I don't know what that is. I don't know what it is that you enjoy doing, but you've been kind of like keeping it a secret, and they would like you to get out a little bit, make it more public, find a group of like-minded people. But it's part of you going forward with your life. There's something for you still. Like there's lots more, of course, but what I'm saying is this year they would like to see you put yourself out there more, because you're going to find people of the same that are going to share the same passions as you, and you're going to gain a lot of confidence and just self-love. It's going to be really good for you. All right, so that is for Kim. What is it that Kim wants to do, but she has been telling herself, that's all right. Maybe later. Do it now. All right, and Devoke, I'm going to put you in here. You're welcome, Kim. Devoke says, this is awesome. Let me see. I will have to come see you at the store to get set up soon. planets moving into air and fire signs this year. Could it be more synchronistic? Cool. I know, right? So true. Yes, you can have a card. And if you're just listening now, or you didn't get a chance to get to the keyboard, add your name in the list for reading. We're doing Janice next. Let's get a card for Janice. Oh, that's good. I gotta tell you, that smudge is just the bomb for me. I just love it. I find a very deep connection to spirit. It calms me. I anchor in, like, I don't know how you guys react to smudge, but that's how it does it for me. I love it. All right, so Janice. Well, good job, Janice. Your Wheel of Fortune card is the right side up. So, I love that this card came up for you. I'm looking at this one as well. Okay, so what I get from this is just that for you, just to know that not everything is going to be, in order for you to get to where you need to go and have your home back in order, into a peaceful place, and things are like running more. Oh, I'm really swirling right now. Janice, sometimes we have to do things that are uncomfortable. Not everybody is going to be a fan of the choices that we make, but that's not, you can't base your life always making decisions on at your cost in order to keep other people comfortable. Do you know what I mean? I know you know what I mean. So they're just talking about part of you getting right side up and things to start to fall into place. You are going to be required to have a few conversations that are not so fun, but I know you're capable of doing them. You're going to do them, and they foresee that things will be very harmonious for you afterwards. Like, you'll really see things calm down, things fall into place. Energy-wise, once things start to fall into place and things calm down, that's kind of a ripple effect afterwards too, right? So you'll just notice things are starting to move in a better direction for you, but they are saying this will require some conversations that are not so fun. You know, some boundaries possibly, standing up for yourself. I don't know like what those conversations are exactly, but I feel like there's two. I get that number. There's two conversations. Okay, so I hope that was helpful for you, Janice. And I don't think I'm missing any other Ooh, I saw Kim. Okay, I missed her back down there. We're saying thanks. That's good. All right, Devoke, you are next. You are getting a card. Let's see what we got. All right, Devoke. They just wanted me to do this, so I'm going to do that. Okay, this is it for you right here. Oh, interesting. Let me look here for you, Devoke. It looks to me like you've been waiting on something and it didn't come through for you. Like, I don't know, like it looks like they're showing me steps that had to happen. Like, you've gotten so far, but that other piece that had to fall into place, that other step, that other piece of paper, I just keep feeling like it's paper related, like you're waiting for a form back. You were waiting for approval. I don't know what this is, but they're just bringing it up because, sometimes the readings are a little bit like, well, what do I do with that? They're more letting you know that they're watching and they are aware. And just like the write-up, this makes me think of the write-up that I put underneath the show today. Delays are often divine interventions. So I want you, Devoke, I really feel like that is part of your journey right now, is delays that aren't fun, but they are supposed to happen. It's almost like, for me, I see it as not even just a delay. I think that whatever you're looking for, that you were waiting on, it's not to be. At least the way the timelines are working right now, and in the direction that you're meant to go for your highest and greatest good, this is something they're saying that is not going to end up being something. So yeah, I just foresee for you, there's a new direction for you, but you really need this door closed before you're they want you to close this door. They want you to trust them that this isn't the best and highest direction for you. So I'm going to go with that. That's what they're saying. Let me just pull another card because I feel a little... They want you to spend time in retro... Oh, I'm really swirling for you. They need you to connect with them. They feel like your goal, what you've been working towards, and you've really been getting caught up in the hype of it, and that's fine. Sometimes things are moving very quickly and we're excited, but there's been a delay for a reason. Everything kind of came to a screeching halt. So many different timelines affect every single thing we do, everything that we aspire to do, right? So there's something that you're not aware of, and this is no longer meant to be for you for the highest and greatest good. Nothing is ever wasted. Your time, your efforts, you're always learning and building. So they want you to trust them, that they are sending you a different opportunity. Let this go. This delay, this missing paper, this annoyance, whatever this is, this non-approval, it's because this is not where you're supposed to be. It's not for your highest and greatest good. There's something better. But they also want you to tune in to them. So give yourself that really nice self-love, self-care time. Do the thing where you separate yourself from everyone. Just have that deep introspect. However you get there. Some people, they like to go for a hike. Some people they like to have a nice hot bath and then do some meditation, just quiet. Whatever you need to do, they're asking you to connect with them because they want you to get into that really deep, grounded feeling, that rooted feeling, and find your center again. And once you do, things are going to start opening up again for you. Oh, you already started? Right. Good job, Janice. I'm happy to hear that. They're never fun, but we have to do that, right? Sometimes we have to have those hard conversations with people, and you're welcome. So I hope that was helpful for you, Devoke. I don't know what it is. It's not fun to get a disappointment, but I feel like you were meant to watch the show today because that little blurb in the write-up was even meant for you. So there you go. So I was thinking, what if we pull and do a card for those that maybe are a little shy, those that are listening later to the show? Wouldn't it be nice that you got a card reading as well? Just not just because you can't make it to the live show doesn't mean that you're not part of the show as well. So I'm just going in here to banners. I just want to remove this. We don't need that there anymore. I am going to put this one here. if you are looking to contact me, if you listen to the previous show and you're interested to book like just a get together to discuss hypnotherapy and see if that's a good option for you. Maybe you want to book a card reading. Whatever it is, you need to reach out for. You've got maybe a Dear Claudette letter. Those we do on the show as well. If a card comes in, a letter comes in, you can just write an anonymous letter, drop it in the mailbox outside of the store. We've got mailboxes situated at the exit door. Or you can send me an email, Dear Claudette, and we'll talk about it on the show. So don't forget about those Dear Claudette letters. But there's my email as well. That's another way that you can reach out. We were going to set up the new dinner date for February because we get together once a month, just whoever wants to show up. And we just have dinner and have some fun conversation. It's nice to meet face to face. It really helps like with just us seeing each other and talking about the show because we know the show, and it's fun. So that'll be next week because I just didn't do it. And I know Janice's going to say, Claudette, you're supposed to set up the next dinner. I will. Okay, so this is for our listeners that will be listening later on, that are maybe listening and they are just quietly in the background. All right, let me see what you got going on here. This is a time of celebration for you. I see like an important date of remembrance is coming up. I want to look at this here. It's odd because I feel like for some of you, you're missing a male figure in your life. That's like a patriarchal kind of figurehead. It's a male figure or someone that you relate to in a masculine kind of sense. Father role, grandfather role. And this is a time of remembering them. They're saying that, yeah, I just feel like this there's some people that are feeling like, but this person isn't here. And I want you not to focus on who's not at the table or who's not at the gathering, because they are there. They may not be there for you to see, but they are there in the spiritual sense. They are absolutely there. When there are important celebrations happening, they are aware, they are participating as best as they can, and they are relishing and so joyful for those happy celebrations. They are celebrating right alongside of you. So for those of you who are watching, this is just kind of a general reading for anyone that's listening, and maybe they're not asking for a card reading. Some of you, this may not be relatable to you, but for many of you listening and who will be listening later, you'll know, it'll just hit you. And it'll sit in that special part of your heart where you know this message is for you. So I just want you to know, do not celebrate with guilt. This life is meant to be lived all the way with no excuses. Like, you are here because you're supposed to be here. You're supposed to be living. You're supposed to be achieving the things that you want to achieve, learning the things that you need to learn. Your soul is here for a very important reason. Many important reasons. You're playing parts, supporting roles in other people's lives. So I really want you to consider and examine how you've been conducting yourself. And I want to just push you and challenge you a little bit. Is that the best way to honor your loved one's absence? By not being 100% living life, holding back a little bit because you you feel like that's the way to honor them. Actually, wow. This makes me think of something, and I think whoever's listening, this will help them understand. There was a gentleman, and he was talking about, it was just such a tremendous story. He's a nurse, and he ended up losing his wife, but he had 2 surviving children. So he's able to manage that. He's navigating the loss of losing his life partner. But then this is just insane. Like, I had shivers listening to his story. He says how he had 2 boys from that relationship. They were younger boys, like 10 and 7 or something like that. And they were outside playing on the front yard. And I kid you not, a drunk driver drove up on the lawn, and both of those boys didn't make it. And he used the term, I froze. And he said it in a way that I saw later in his testimony, that he meant like life froze in that moment. And he couldn't say enough good things about his neighbors and about the people, his family and friends, how they rallied to help him. He said in that moment he froze, even though he was a nurse, but this was his family. This was in his sphere, and he couldn't believe his response. He was shocked, but that's how he reacted to it, and he literally froze his life. And he said he would just skip the dishes. He literally checked out. And he said, I would just watch TV. I had 3 channels, and that's how I existed. I checked out. And then he had a most incredible experience. He said that these sparkles started to appear in the corner of his room, of the living room where he was watching TV. And he said it just kept getting more and more intense, to the point where he thought, am I getting an electrical fire? And he said, that's great. Now I'm going to have people come and respond to the house, like to me, come here and help me out. And I don't want to see anyone. I'm not doing anything. I just want to, just live out my life watching TV and eating meals. Like, I don't want to see anyone. He was totally a hermit. Anyway, it became so intense. And then it turned out to be these 2 young men showed up. Like, they manifested and materialized into 2 men that they were young men, smartly dressed, all business. And he said no one had spoken to him like that. And they were just like all about business. And they gave him heck and said, you sitting here, you giving up on life, means I can't do anything. I can't achieve the things I want to achieve. These were his boys. These were his boys from the other side, and they were literally telling him in a very stern way, we need you to get up and get engaged. You have things to do. You're there for a reason. And you holding on to us, mourning us like this, is not helping us. We need to move on. You're keeping us stuck in this place. And he said it was like a switch flicked. And he thought, those are my boys, and I'm holding them back. He had no concept that his deep mourning for years and years was actually retarding and keeping his sons from progressing. And it just gave him what he needed to hear and perspective to release and stop grieving in that way, like to that depth. He said, it's okay to remember, but it's not okay to stop living and holding on like that. Because they know you're holding on like that. And then that holds them back. And their soul is just like your soul, with a great purpose And just because they've crossed over, it doesn't mean that their purpose has ended. If anything, they're ready for another grand adventure. And they want to go and see all the things and do all the things that are destined for them. But if you're holding on to them, that does really hinder them from really having the freedom to go and explore. And that's so interesting. So maybe that's helpful for somebody listening tonight, that you are not doing any favors. And I know it's such a sensitive topic, and I'm not judging or saying that you're wrong or you're doing it right. Grief is a very personal journey. But I do believe there's people listening that will hear it for what, in the spirit that it's meant to be heard, and it's going to help you. And I want you to go live your life in honor of them so that they can rejoice in all of your triumphs, your goals reached, the people you help, the people you encourage, when you show people love. They are going to be so excited watching you live your life and not hanging on to old memories. Intense tonight, guys. Intense. Well, 8:54. I don't see anyone else looking for a card reading, so I think we're okay. It's a quiet group tonight. And want to thank everyone for tuning in. Next week should be a little bit more content, and well, of course, we're going to be doing the zodiacs. I cannot believe it's going to be February, the first show of February next week. That's insane. I don't have any guests lined up for a little bit, just because I'm feeling I've got a lot on my plate with the store and whatnot, and I really want to not get distracted with that. So I'm concentrating on getting the listing going for the shop, and later on we'll do guests. I would really like to have a few guests I have in mind to bring on, and I would love to get feedback from you. If there's something you would like me to bring up or talk about, we'll do that too. And I hope that you go and you do some smudging. It's maybe encouraged you, reminded you about the wonderful world of smudging, lavender, diamond willow. I'm telling you, my space right now smells like heaven. I feel so good. I feel very connected right now. I feel very, like just in tune and connected. It's just difficult to put into words, that deep connection that you can have with your angels and guides. And I feel it right now from the smudge. Like, it's just beautiful. I want to wish you all a very good week. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you next Wednesday, where we're going to cover the astrology readings for everyone, all your sun signs, your good days and your bad days. And I want to love you and leave you, as our friend Blake says. So, of course, I don't have my mouse, so I'm doing everything here on the little pad. I'm going to go play our song. Yes, B, you are so right. The universe does dictate what the show will be, and it is what it was meant to be tonight. So I love you. Thank you for tuning in. We're all in it to win it, so let's go and try again this week, right? And I'm going to go play my song, and thank you again for listening. Please give a thumbs up. Maybe you have a friend that you'd like to share it with. That's all good for us. We would love that. So here we go. I'm going to go and start the song. Bye, guys.
Sometimes it's hard to find a reason why, when everything is falling and all that's left to do is try your best to keep holding on to the next. sunrise. But you're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone. When everything feels dark around, just look inside where light is found. Sometimes a mountain means it's time to climb higher than you've been before. So hold on tight and close your eyes. You'll make it faster than you know. Closer to the sunrise. 'Cause you're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone. When everything feels dark around, just look inside where light is found. Where the light is found. Where the light is found. Where the light is found. Just look inside where light is found. You're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone. When everything feels dark around, just look inside where light is found.